The Queen, Great Britain's longest reigning monarch, died last week at the age of 96, but leave it to liberals to disgustingly make it about them. Inappropriate yet unsurprising, and the show starts now. So I'll be honest with you guys, I don't really care about the British monarchy, the royal family, their weddings, their children, any of it. We Americans won a pretty big war back in 1783, so we wouldn't have to care. However, the passing of Queen Elizabeth late last week was heartbreaking for the people of Great Britain and for the world. She was the embodiment of grace, class, and tradition, and whether you believe in royalty or monarchies or any of the pomp and circumstance, you'd think for one freaking day liberals could help themselves from being total and complete a-holes, but no. Opinion writers from the New York Times, Atlantic, and New York Magazine openly celebrated the death of Queen Elizabeth last week. One writer from New York Magazine, Terhaka Love, even wrote, "For 96 years, that colonizer has been sucking up the Earth's resources. You can't be a literal oppressor and not expect the people you've oppressed not to rejoice on news of your death." But that wasn't all. He also wrote this. "Now I'm supposed to be quiet, or better yet, actually mourn what was a barely breathing, glad, force-flex trash bag? Please, no. We all have our methods of mourning, friends. Doing the electric slide on a colonizer's grave just happens to be mine." But he wasn't the only one. Leave it to racist, disgraced sports personality and disgusting human Jamel Hill, who tweeted about the devastating impact of continued colonialism. And then there was Eugene Scott of the Washington Post, who wonders when the appropriate time is to start talking about the negative impact of colonialism. Well, Eugene, I'd say probably not minutes after the Queen's death is announced. Just a thought. But then there was also this Carnegie Mellon professor, Uja Anya, who tweeted just hours before the Queen's death that she hoped the Queen's pain would be excruciating. Now, miraculously, Twitter censored this post for going against community guidelines. But of course, that didn't stop the evil windbags of ABC's The View from doubling down on the filth.
We can mourn the Queen and not the empire.
Yeah,
because
sure.
If you really think about what the monarchy was built on, it was built on the backs of Black and brown people. She wore a crown with pillaged stones from India and Africa. And now what you're seeing, at least in the Black communities that I'm a part of, they want reparations.
So the Queen of England dies, and View loudmouth hack Sunny Hostin wants someone to pay up. Yeah, there you have it. Liberals are so disgusting, they will use the death of a beloved queen, a woman with more class and grace in her pinky finger than the hags of the View could ever fathom having in their entire bodies, to play the race card and make demands for reparations. Liberals gonna liberal. And yet it's we ultra mega Republicans who are deplorable? Yeah, sure. But still ahead. It doesn't take much to piss off a liberal. Just remind them of the history they would rather conveniently ignore. My Benghazi final thoughts are next. Yesterday was the 21st anniversary of the 9/11 terror attacks, the deadliest day on American soil since the Civil War. And as much as Ilhan Omar and her ilk would like to pass it off as a day where some people did something, it was in actuality a terror attack carried out by radical Muslim extremists. It was coordinated, it was motivated, it was tragic. Yesterday was also the anniversary of another September 11th. September 11th, 2012, the day we lost 4 Americans in Benghazi. Ambassador Chris Stevens, retired Navy SEAL Tyrone Woods, retired Navy SEAL Glenn Doherty, and diplomat Sean Smith. And though the Obama administration, fronted by Susan Rice, chose to blame the Benghazi attack that left those 4 men dead on an offensive YouTube video, we know now, just as they all knew then, it was a coordinated, motivated, and planned terror attack on Americans in Benghazi carried out by Muslim extremists. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton knew it too. Just look at the Benghazi-related emails found on her private bathroom closet server. But what difference does it make, right, Hillary? At any rate, yesterday, in remembrance of both September 11th tragedies, I tweeted this. I didn't mention Hillary. I didn't mention Obama. I didn't place blame for either attack on anyone. But yet, for some odd reason, the liberals sure did get pissed off. Are y'all confused? I was, until I remembered that liberals hate it when you bring up the history they wish to erase. Again, I never mentioned or placed blame in that tweet, not even a hint of that. So it just goes to show by the reaction of these triggered blue check liberals, they know who was responsible. But like it or not, turds, Benghazi happened. It happened on Obama's watch, and it was ignored on Hillary's. And if me paying homage to the men we lost that day upsets you, well, that's too freaking bad. You can add all the genders you want. You can fight climate change till you're blue or green in the face. You can open our borders to illegals and terrorists alike. But as long as I'm still living and breathing, you will not erase history, and you will not shame me into going along with the BS narratives y'all pull out of places the sun don't shine. So God bless the legacies, the families, and the sacrifice of those we lost on September 11th, 2001 and September 11th, 2012. Never forget. And those are my final thoughts from Nashville. God bless and take care.